Hi guys, what's up? It is time for my picks. I will wait a few minutes to let everyone get on. By the way, I am so sorry that I did not do my week 6 picks. I didn't even realize I didn't do them until, I don't know, probably late Saturday night. But I was in Vegas, so I was like, oh, well, I'm not doing them now. Hi guys, what's up? Hey, Chucky, let's just chill. I'm actually going to get into my picks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry again that I didn't do my week 6 picks, but I was in Vegas last weekend when I finally remembered I didn't do them, and so by then it was just too late to do them. So also I am wearing purple today for, it's called Spirit Day. It is to support anti-bullying. Nobody should be bullying each other, especially on social media. I think trolls just need to go away. So first let's start with my game of the week. It is actually the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles game. Both teams are 3-3. This is a fight for NFC East first place. Yes, I know my Cowboys lost the last 3 games in a row. You don't have to tell me that. But the problem with going into this week, which it's kind of like, the Cowboys don't need to win this game to still have a successful season, but for just the morale of the team and all of its fans that love them so much, like me, I would really love for them to win. First, let's start off with a couple facts. The Cowboys have 19 home wins since 2016, which is the 3rd most of any NFL team in the league, which means even though they actually play really bad against certain teams, like either the Packers or the Eagles at home, or not Eagles, Giants at Cowboys Stadium, statistically speaking, they play relatively well at home, better than clearly better than 29 other franchises in the league, which is great. However, so far this week in practice, our whole offensive line has either not participated in practice this week, or starting line has not participated in practice this week or had limited practice this week. The way we could have easily capitalized on this game against the Eagles is the fact that the Eagles secondary is absolutely trash. However, Randall Cobb hasn't been practicing. Gallup is questionable. He had limited practice, I think, this week. Amari Cooper is not going to be playing because he has a bruised quad. So we literally don't have an offense. And the guys that did play last week, I think did insanely well. Obviously, our defense looked like crap last week. That loss was because of the defense. I think offensively, we had 7 guys out last week. I think we played very well, especially almost catching up to then potentially win the game. I think they played very well. Obviously, it hurt us really bad, that touchdown. That was a touchdown that was called offensive pass interference, which all the officials said after the fact was not offensive pass interference. So I think offensively they still did really well considering everybody was out and everybody was hurt. This week it doesn't look to be a change in that. But you know what? I'm going to always rock with my Cowboys. I really hope they pull this through because the Eagles aren't too much better. They've been very inconsistent. They've lost games to terrible teams but beat really good teams. So who knows what Eagles team we're going to see, and who knows what Cowboys team we're going to see. They both have been inconsistent this season, and I think the Cowboys' inconsistency mostly comes from their injuries. This week the Eagles do have quite a bit of injuries themselves, so it should be a good game. I'm interested to see. I disagree with you, Don Julio. I don't really think Dak is struggling. I think he has been doing relatively well considering half of his offensive line hasn't been playing, and 3 of his receivers are currently injured. Last year we ended the game with 2 tight ends playing pretty much. That was it. So I just think if you're saying stuff like that, you're not really educated on sports, particularly football, because that's not true. Anyways, Thursday Night Football, let's get into that because that game is happening in like 2 hours. The Chiefs have beaten the Broncos 7 consecutive times. The two teams have met with each other. I think it's going to happen again tonight. I think the Chiefs are going to win. The Chiefs lost the last 2 games because I think Patrick Mahomes is struggling a lot more than he's letting off from that ankle injury that he suffered in week 1. I think he needs to take a break and sit down. I think he's just trying to fight through this ankle thing, but I think each week it's showing that he is consistently struggling with the injury, and they don't have a bye week until week 12. So if he doesn't like take a break and sit back a little bit, I mean, I guess this would be the best break he's going to get because it's a Thursday night game and then they're not going to have a game till the following Sunday. So this is, after today, he should literally do treatments constantly and rest as much as he can because they still have a long haul, 5 more games to go before he actually does get a break to rest that ankle, because I do think it's bothering him more than he's saying. But I do have the Chiefs still winning that game. 49ers and Redskins, what a difference from last year, right? The 49ers were 4-12 last year. Right now they're 5-0. They're playing the Redskins, who are 1-5. 49ers are not going to go undefeated this season, but they're not losing this week. 49ers win that one. Cards and Giants, this will be a really good game because it's the 2 rookie quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Daniel Jones, playing against each other. They're both relatively like the same. You know, they both, I think, only have 2 wins. Obviously, the Cards also have a tie in that, but I think I'm going to go with the Giants on that. Texans and Colts, this is battle for the AFC South. The Texans' 2 starting cornerbacks have hamstring injuries. So the Colts defense, by the way, I think is going to be great at turning over the ball. And because of that, I'm going with the Colts on that one. I think both teams, though, are relatively good. I just think the Colts are going to win because the Texans have their 2 starting cornerbacks with injuries. Raiders and Packers. The Packers have actually won 7 games against the Raiders, another 7 for you guys. And I think they're going to win number 8. So I think Packers are winning that one. Vikings and Lions. The Lions, I think, are doing really good this season. They're 4-2, even though they started the season off kind of slow. But their 2 losses that they do have are against their division, which I think could negatively affect them. I think they almost need to win this game, but they're not going to. The Lions are going to win. Jags and Bengals. Okay, historically speaking, the Jags don't play really well against the Bengals. I think the Bengals might get their very first win of the season here. They need it. I don't think they're going to go the whole season undefeated, or defeated, sorry. Unlike the Dolphins, who is next, Dolphins and Bills. I said it in the first week that the Dolphins probably could go this whole season not winning a game. I still believe that. I think the Bills are going to win. Rams and Falcons. The Rams have actually lost to the Falcons the last 4 times that they have met each other. This ends now. They are going to beat the Falcons. The Falcons have been horrible this season. The Rams, what I don't like about the Rams, they're good, but they are kind of predictable, and I would like to see them change it up a little bit, finally. I mean, who's with me on that? But the Rams, I think, are going to win this one because the Falcons aren't going to figure it out to beat them. But the Rams, could you be less predictable, please? Thanks, cool. Chargers and Titans, I'm going with the Chargers. Ravens and Seahawks, I'm going with the Seahawks. They have one of their best defenders back from a suspension. It's going to change the game defensively. I think they already had pretty decent defenders, but adding somebody else in the mix that's back in the mix is going to be crucial for them, especially since I think that the NFC West is the most difficult division this season. So I'm going with the Seahawks on that. Saints and Bears. Can we just give a little go-ahead to Teddy Bridgewater with the comeback? Like, who would have thought that Drew Brees would have went down, and then Teddy has this like revival of his career where he looks like he would be a starter on any team in this league. Like, I think he's been playing good, and I'm happy to see him play well with the Saints. So yes, I said Saints on that one already. Yes. Monday Night Football. We have the Patriots and the Jets, which is Patriots are the only other undefeated team. They're the only undefeated team in the AFC. I think they're going to stay undefeated this week as they play the Jets for Monday Night Football. So, I think that was like record time. Oh no, 10 minutes. I kind of talked a lot. So, what do you guys think of my picks? I would not disagree with you that the Patriots' schedule is easier. And it's made even easier when the refs are on your team. Thank you, everyone that said I had good picks this week. I guess we'll see Tuesday how they all turned out. Thank you so much, Christian, for the $5. I appreciate you. Thank you. You are the GOAT of the day. And again, all my picks are just straight ups. I don't do point spreads. I'll eventually get there. I'm kind of just starting to learn more about, the money lines and the spreads and all that kind of stuff. And at some point it could become fun to do that. But right now I just like to do straight up stuff, because sometimes I actually don't have a lot of time to delve into the games more, because to look at the points, spreads, and everything, you need to also, or the over-unders, you need to look at who's playing, who's not playing, injury reports more, which is why I just kind of focus on the game of the week. Usually I talk about all that kind of stuff in the game of the week. I actually, weird enough, didn't do it this week, but my game of the week, I talk about the under-overs and the spread and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know why I didn't do it this week. Oh yeah, because it was my Cowboys and I didn't care. I was going to pick the Cowboys anyway. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. Who do you think will end the 49ers streak? Well, you know what? I actually don't know their whole schedule off the top of my head, but let me look it up really quick. And I will tell you who I think possibly could break it. Okay, my computer's right behind, so let's see. Where am I at? So this week they play the Redskins. They're going to beat them. Panthers, they're going to beat them. Cards, they're going to beat them. I think possibly the Seahawks on 11/11, which I believe is a Monday Night Football game. I think that will be the team to beat the 49ers and end their win streak. So, yeah, the game on, I believe that's Veterans Day. Good question. Thanks for asking. Anyways, there's a lot of people talking crap about my Cowboys, so that is my time to go. Thanks to all those people that said it, if you want to know. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow me on social media at I am Britt Johnson. As you guys know, if you did not follow me before, or you unfollowed me and you tried to look at my page is now private. For the time being, I think it's going to stay that way until maybe I get like a job where I have to make it unprivate to post something. But as of right now, my page is going to stay private. I think I've just been getting a lot of negative followers, and I just want positive, good energy people. Like I said, to those of you guys who were tuning in earlier, I'm wearing purple today to support anti-bullying. I also believe most of it's bullying on social media. So I think everyone should just try to be a little bit nicer to other people. A lot of people say stuff on social media that they would never even actually say to that person in real life. So before you like tweet stuff or post stuff, I think you should think of that too. Like if the person was right in front of you, would you say that to them? And would you care how it made them feel? If the answer is no, you're probably just a cold-hearted person. But I think a lot of people are better than that. I think we tend to just get lost and people aren't real people on social media. So, and you don't have to deal with how it makes people feel when you do certain things or say certain things. So just take the time and be a little nicer. Like, I also am a proponent of, I think people need to be a little, not tougher, but some people are extremely sensitive. I, for one, am kind of sensitive, and I was bullied a lot. I also bullied people sometimes when I was a kid, and it's just nasty. It's just like a horrible thing. I don't think if I had kids, I'm not gonna like fight all my kids' battles. I think my kids are gonna need to figure it out themselves, but they wouldn't have all these battles to fight if there weren't bullies in the first place. So just be better, and thank you guys so much, and I appreciate everyone who supports me. It really means the world. Okay, so have a good day, have a great weekend, enjoy your football. Maybe I should go watch the Thursday night game somewhere, maybe I don't care, I don't know. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys later. Bye.